Well, good afternoon. We are off the coast of, let me see if I can get this not making quite as much noise. There we go, a little less noise. So, we are off the coast of Newfoundland, and we're near Baine Harbor, and looking out over here, we're going to look over toward Baine Harbor is going to be right up along in here. Let me see. Up there, it's going to Baine Harbor. Baine Harbor is going to be right up in there. And what Matt and Kelly are their names, the young couple that are living on one of these abandoned isles. I got another YouTube that I found, or a guy sailing in a schooner. There's probably a 60-70 foot modern boat, could be 25-30 years old, but two-master. And he sailed up in here and anchored right in here. And this area was very settled. There were a lot of buildings on that. And apparently, maybe 50 years ago, they decided they didn't want people. Canada, I think Canada kind of is, Newfoundland is under the wing of Canada. And they said, we want you living in regular towns with all the modern conveniences. And they paid them to move off the islands. They had to have everybody had to go along with it, or nobody got to get paid. So I don't know how Matt and Kelly, but I'm guessing they said that in their speedboat, which probably goes about 30 miles an hour, 25 to 30 miles an hour, and it probably could do this in 25 or 30 minutes. It looks to me like they head north, and I'm guessing they might be on this island, Davis Island, completely abandoned. Whereas if you look at this island, where's the other island here? Yeah. I think, no, that's the one I was just talking about, which is Oderin, Oderin, Oderin. What I'm looking for is Flat Island. Here's Flat Island. So I don't think they're on Flat Island. I think Flat Island was more development. I think they're down here. They could be anywhere. I'm guessing they're somewhere down in here. They go out and go left. They could be right along in here. But I think where they are, they see through to the other side, to the north side of the island, and I believe they're on the south side. It could be right along in here. But seems like when they come out of port, they're looking at some land. Right in there. I'm not trying to pinpoint them exactly, but this is the approximate area where they are, and the St. John's is going to be off in this direction. And let me see here. Yeah. Yeah, St. John's is probably going to be across. We're probably out of sight, and out on this point. Here, I see a little land out in there. So that could be another island, or St. John's is out that way, and that's where the refueling for somebody in the days or today when small airplanes are being ferried to England or somewhere over in Europe, but they stop there for fueling. Then they go on up to Greenland, Iceland. They make stops in those because they can't carry the fuel that modern airliners can carry to go right across Great Circle. So that's my idea. Kelly, wave to Matt and Kelly. They're somewhere down here, and they said they're within 15 minutes of we're going to take this off. Here, we'll see what we get on our little chart here. There we go. And then you can look at here. Here's where right up here is where St. John's is. So we are not a jet, but we are flying right up to this little spot right there, straight ahead, and we'll take it in a little bit more. Right there is where we're going to Baine Harbor. We can see that, and I'll go ahead and get this down a little bit, come up on the power, and it's a little harder to hear me. There we go. And so we'll be able to land in Baine Harbor. We'll take this off for now and maintain this heading. And I went ahead and set a course right here up on the compass rose up in the upper left-hand corner. So this line will stay straight down if I stay right on course. This could be Baine Harbor. I'm thinking I'm seeing Baine Harbor right in here, but we'll recognize it. It's a small little harbor with a small entrance, narrow entrance. We're 5,000 feet. And what's our speed? We're doing 108. That's pretty good. 119 knots. So we're doing pretty good for this little machine. We'll start coming down. I'll put a little pressure on that, and we'll look out to our left to see Odin. I believe that's go on in here. Okay, that's our, yeah, that's Odin there, and the big sailboat was, I think, right in this little harbor area, looking at the buildings there. So they had quite a few buildings on this area right there. So we're going to come back on the power and get ready to land. This should say Baine Harbor right there. Yeah, there it is. 2 miles to go. So we'll look back at these little islands out here. Whether the French were only on this, and they said that they had their fishing villages there back in the 1800s. How many of these islands they took, who settled, I don't know. But they said that the population may have changed, but they had a Catholic church and a Protestant church in the village there. Okay, we come around here to Baine Harbor. We'll start putting in some flaps. Here we go. And so there's lots of open beaches. Nobody's on the beaches. You can go along here. It's just phenomenal. That island out there is called Long Island. Looks like a Long Island. We'll look down here. Yeah. And the boat ramp, we'll go ahead and try to take the plane up on the boat ramp, which is right there. And with the Microsoft's photograph. This is made up from a satellite photo. Everything looks pretty good. It doesn't look as it would in real life unless they've handcrafted. But the computer takes the Google Road, or no, they use Bing Maps for this. Microsoft is a competitor of Google, so they don't use the Google map. And this is a road right along there, and these are all homes, and they have little docks that come out, and they'll have about 6 fishing boats on either side in the photographs that I've seen. But it's very protected harbor right here. And when Kelly was mailing her jewelry out to the people, they have little contests for people who communicate with them, and the best emails or best message would get a piece of jewelry, and she was mailing it from the post office, and they said that it was 15 minutes in their speedboat. And this is the island down here that we just flew from right there. So we're down to 1,500 feet, and we have full flap in. No, we put full flap in, and we'll land going toward the boat ramp. Let's see if we see any cars. Yeah, you see cars on the road. They're driving on the wrong side of the road, but maybe that's the way they do it there. So we are going to fly over. You'll see how it's not global warming that's made the tides rise, the ocean rise. It's just something to do with the program that puts the docks underwater. And they do the same thing right here in Monterey. Some of the harbor is here is underwater, so we're gonna go around here. You can see our shadow. And we'll get in behind our, right there. Put our flaps up. I could go right on the land right there, but we'll do it here where we think the boat ramp is. And we'll have to put our wheels down in a minute. And we'll look from the side here. And put our wheels down. There we go. That ought to do it. Right there. And we'll look out at the water. We'll be able to hear the water here. See if there's a better view here. That looks pretty good right there. That looks pretty good. So this is called Baine Harbor, and it's they said it was about a 20-minute boat ride, and their speedboat goes. It's got a 60 horse, something like that, Yamaha outboard on it, and maybe it's about 18 feet long, and they can move their goods back and forth. They have a little fishing boat, and that only goes about 8 knots. It's got probably a 3-cylinder diesel in it. So this is Newfoundland, and what this body of water is, it's got me. Let's see here. I think I got a thing here. It's calls it. Yeah, placenta. No, it's placentas. Pleasant, probably pleasant when they were back in their bay. And this is on the south. It's the southeastern tip. Not quite on the tip, but there's a peninsula. It's the second peninsula to the east. Excuse me, to the west. The easternmost peninsula is where St. John's is, and this is about the same elevation. So if you flew out of here, out of the harbor, and went straight across to the east, so it's probably right in that direction, because we're heading. Well, we aren't really sure what we're doing right now, but I'm guessing this is heading south. So if we headed straight out that way, St. John's would be out that way, and where Kelly and Matt live would be about a 15-minute boat ride, going at about 25 miles an hour down in that direction, on those islands that I discussed earlier. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye.